everybody, my name is Ramsey and I am filming the Hopeful Book Tag. I was tagged by Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, and it's a wonderful tag for this time. I have felt a little down. I think a lot of people have, and so I was really excited when he tagged me in this one. I'm so far behind on tags. I've got this one, I've got the middle grade book tag, I've got You're Not Getting Any Younger book tag, I've got the 90s music book tag, I've got the info dump book tag, and the behind the booktuber tag to do. So I'm working on these, trying to work through them. Thank you everybody for tagging me. I'm so thankful for the friends that I have made through BookTube. There have been wonderful people that just want to hear what I think about stuff, and that is really cool for me. When you think about just in your life, people want to hear what you have to say. People are curious on what you have to say, and recently crossed 300 subscriber mark, and that's crazy that 300 people have gone out of their way to hit a button that says I'd like to hear more about you. So here we go. I'm going to jump in the tag before I ramble too much. So question 1 is a book that you would like our world to take more influence from. For me, really, I just want our world to be more relaxed. We're going crazy on all these different things, and so it's really interesting to see worlds like The Magic of Recluse, where they kind of just took a step back. I thought when all this started, we really should have a garden. We should really, make more things ourselves. We should work. I've always wanted to do stuff like that. For a while there, I researched like how to make your own soap. I spent a bunch of time doing that, and I think that would be great if our world kind of took a step back and we got a little more self-reliant and didn't go buy everything from the stores and stuff like that. I think that would be awesome if our world did that. And this book is an amazing book where they do a lot of that stuff himself. I think the main character, he makes his own cheese, and he makes really good cheese. And I thought in his own furniture, stuff like that. So if you've never read this series, it's a great series. It's got a ton of books in the series in general, but this first set is only 3 books, and it's great. I think you meet Darren, who kind of changes the whole way that they do everything, and it's a lot of fun to meet him. Question 2 is a book about finding love and acceptance. And I'm going to go out in left field on this one, but for me, the one that I thought of first was It by Stephen King. Now, I understand it's a scary book about a scary Pennywise creature, but this book goes into such depths about the friendship that these boys and girl create, where they have each other's backs. They immediately, when they come back as adults, they fall back into that friendship. Just the love and the care that they had for one another. They fought tooth and nail to protect each other, and really they got into this because of Bill, and because how much Bill loved his brother George. And all these boys who met over a summer said, you know what, we're going to help Bill find out what happened to Georgie, and we're going to find this thing that got Georgie. And the friendship there, where they just all felt accepted and they felt like they belonged. And Ben, really early on, you see Ben struggle where he doesn't feel like he knows anybody. And then Ben just learns to be part of the group and learns to be one of the guys. And it's really, really great to see that. It's great to see all these characters do this. Mike, where he just comes in and it's, just like that. He's part of the group. I loved the way that this was done. I loved the characters. I loved all of this whole book. I flew through, even it's enormous, but I flew through it because it's just such a great story. Question 3 is a nonfiction book that makes you appreciate the world. And I could have gone with a bunch of picture books that talk about like islands and traveling and stuff like that. Those are books that I just really, really enjoy, learning more about monuments and all that kind of stuff, like natural wonders. But I didn't have a good one of those to hold up. And for me, one thing that makes me feel really positive in times of stress is my faith. So I'm picking Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, and it was really interesting to look at his thought process on Christianity, how he felt like the different groups of Christianity really all fall under the same umbrella, and we just have to figure out where we fit. His metaphor was a hallway, that Christianity is a house, and when we enter Christianity, we enter into this hallway, and then we have to go to our separate rooms where we, where things make the most sense to us, right? And it was really awesome. This book said some things that I needed to hear and helped me when I was feeling low. And so, if any other Christians haven't read this yet, pick it up. It is a very wonderful book, and it makes you think. And sometimes thinking about theological ideas are a great way to get into the moment. So, that's what I got there. So this tag is a little bit different. They actually have an intermission where you show your non-human friends. I thought that was really cool. We currently only have a dog. She is a 9-year-old Great Dane. Her name is Alex, and we love her very, very much. So I'll show you some pictures here. The next question, question number 4, is a book about community and people coming together and working together. The Warded Man, or The Painted Man, if you're over in the UK, is a book about demons that come up at night. I know, I read a lot of fantasy, and a lot of it, they go through big struggles. But in this one, the group at the end of the book comes together in a way that is wonderful. I don't want to spoil it for you, but this book and the subsequent books have some of the greatest community that I've seen. The way that they work together, the way the leadership is shared, and the way that all the team members in the leadership work for the good of the community, how people are very selfless and how they work together, how they understand that by doing this, they are keeping others safe and they are defending others. The strong are defending the weak, and the weak are supporting the strong in a way that everybody feels connected and loved and worked through. And it was a lot of fun. There's 5 books in the series, and they're all a lot of fun. And then the last question, number 5, is not a question, it's just a prompt, I guess. Shout out 3 booktubers who inspire you with their positive energy. So, number 1, I want to say Marie McWilliams. She is Irish. I think she's in Belfast, and her accent is one of the coolest accents I've ever seen. Just hearing her talk makes me smile. I don't know what it is about that accent. I don't know, when I had the giant beard, it was big and red, and I clearly have some Irish heritage. Maybe it's just the fallback of that, but she has a really cool accent, and it always makes me feel better about the day. And then also Christy Lewis. She's from Dostoevsky in Space. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, which I always pronounce things wrong. So that's not, that's me. And she has an amazing, cool personality. She's really into Christian theology, and I am inspired watching her talk about getting into theology and talking about these poems and theological books that she's reading, and they're wonderful to get into. Noah, who actually tagged me, does that as well. I like to listen to when he talks about some of the theology he goes into. He does a lot of Eastern Buddhist theology, but he's a Christian, and so that's really, really neat as well. And then Nikki, who has been one of my oldest booktube friends, we recently read Dune together, and she thanked me by sending me this amazing copy of Dune. This thing is so gorgeous, and I was already planning on tagging her. I got this today, and I am putting it in a special spot on my shelf. So I am so thankful. I am so thankful for Nikki for that. It just, man, what a cool gift, and I am so thankful for that. So these things make me hopeful. I hope this book tag is hopeful, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.